goods train coming through.
Gordon!
Rebecca, get out of my way!
Points! Quick! Switch the points! Oh, I'm so sorry, Gordon. Are you all right?
Yes, Rebecca. Oh, if I had only stopped or slowed down, none of this would have happened. Oh, silly old me.
Oh, don't worry, Gordon. We all make mistakes.
Thank you, Rebecca. Now I realize you were right to do things your own way, and I was wrong to tell you how to do your job.
Oh, thank you, Gordon.
And then there was trouble.
Help! Help! Help!
Meanwhile, Philip had delivered his empty trucks and was making his way back to the shunting yard again.
Oh, somebody help me! Hello? Who's that? Thomas?
James, what are you doing up there?
Oh, it's you. Oh, I've had an accident. Ah!
An accident?
Don't come any closer. I think I'm gonna fall. Quickly, get help.
See, James? I told you I was very strong.
Yes, thank you. But I still can't get up on the tracks again.
Don't worry. I'll go and get help.
Off we go, said Percy. I'll have to go fast to get there in time. These big engines are so unreliable. Be careful, Percy, called his driver, but Percy was in a hurry. He didn't see that the points had failed and that he had been diverted into a siding. Look out, Percy, shouted his driver and applied the brakes. But it was too late. The driver and the fireman had jumped clear, but squashed fruit squirted all over Percy. The fat controller arrived. Percy, you are not to blame for the points failure, but I do not run a jam factory. Yes, sir. No, sir. And Percy squelched sadly away. Finally, Thomas passed Toby. Slow down, Thomas, Toby cried. There's something ahead on your tracks. But Thomas wasn't listening. He was sure the end of the rainbow was just around the corner. Then there was trouble. Thomas clipped the telegraph pole and they all came off the tracks. Luckily, no one was hurt. Cinders and ashes, Thomas cried. Thomas was stuck. His driver couldn't phone for help. The telephone lines were still not working. Then Thomas spotted Percy far away. Help! Cried Thomas. Percy, help! And he whistled as loudly as he could. Thomas watched sadly as Percy puffed away. Percy isn't talking to me because I didn't have time to talk to him, thought Thomas. I was too busy chasing the end of the rainbow. Thomas knew it was his fault.
Bill tried his best to get on with his work, but the troublesome trucks had spotted a chance for a tease. Poor Bill, he works, he suffers, while Ben, his twin, gets brand new buffers. This made Bill very cross. I might not have new buffers, he said, but I still know how to biff a truck. No! no, Mavis cried. But it was too late. Ben puffed into the quarry with his shiny new buffers just in time to hear, "Bust my buffers!" cried Bill. "I think you have," said Ben. When the Fat Controller arrived and saw Bill's broken buffers, he was not happy. "You have behaved badly, Bill," the Fat Controller said. "Do you have anything to say for yourself?" "Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir," said Bill. "Before you get new buffers," the Fat Controller continued, "I want you to think about what it means to be a responsible, reliable engine." "Yes, sir," answered Bill meekly. Thomas puffed as fast as he could, but he wasn't watching where he was going. Thomas didn't notice that the points had been changed. Thomas puffed into the sidings and biffed into the buffers. Sticky toffee splattered everywhere. "Oh no," moaned Thomas. "I can't give the children train rides when I'm this messy. If only I'd been thinking about what I was doing." Then Thomas saw an old line. This gave him an idea. "A shortcut," puffed Thomas. "If I go that way, I can still get the toffee to the party on time." The next day, Donald was in a bad mood. Duck could see he was getting too close to the buffers. "Look out!" he shouted, but it was too late. Donald's driver was very cross. "This wouldn't have happened if you were working with Douglas," he said. Donald knew he was right, and Duck knew he couldn't pull Donald back onto the rails. So he went for help. Douglas was sadly finishing his work as Duck steamed into the depot. "Donald's in trouble," said Duck. "Donald in trouble!" Douglas cried. "I'm on my way!" And he steamed off as fast as he could.
No! Thomas! Watch out!
I can't stop!
Luckily, nobody was hurt.
Once again, Thomas, you have caused confusion and delay.
I didn't mean to, sir. But Bertie had been teasing me and I was still feeling cross.
Which means you weren't paying attention. That's how accidents happen.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
Clouds of steam filled the air as Sir Handel huffed and puffed along the line. He was still cross when they reached the top station. Sir Handel was hoping for a rest, but his driver thought otherwise. "We'll leave the coaches now and fetch some trucks from the quarry." "Trucks!" snorted Sir Handel. "Trucks! I won't, so there." Sir Handel was about to cause a great deal of trouble. "Told you," said Sir Handel.
He was still thinking about the difficult bend. Thomas went too fast and gave the coaches a mighty biff. The carriages rolled along the line and bumped into James. "Watch what you're doing," James snorted. "Sorry," Thomas puffed. Thomas was missing Annie and Clarabelle. He would never have biffed into them. Soon Thomas was on his way to pick up the workers at the new station. Difficult bend, he puffed nervously. The difficult bend came nearer and nearer. Thomas was supposed to slow down, but he wanted to get past the bend quickly. So Thomas went faster and faster. The carriages rattled and shook. Soon be over, Thomas said to himself. And it soon was. Luckily, no one was hurt. But Thomas felt sadder than ever. So Thomas backed up to collect his old trucks. He collected some coal from the coaling plant. Then he raced across the countryside. Ha! Laughed Thomas. I can get these trucks really messy and get the coal to the docks on time. Then there was trouble. The rusty coupling broke. Thomas's trucks were rolling by themselves. Cinders and ashes, cried Thomas. Thomas applied his brakes, but he stopped too quickly. The trucks bumped into the back of Thomas, and the coal spilled all over the tracks. Thomas was stuck. So Thomas huffed and puffed up Gordon's Hill. Skarloey was very heavy. The old flatbed coupling creaked and groaned. But still Thomas huffed and chuffed as hard as he could. Then there was trouble. Just as he got to the top of the hill, the coupling came loose, and Skarloey rolled backwards. Help! Cried Skarloey, but it was too late. Skarloey's flatbed biffed into the sidings and came off the track. Oh no, moaned Thomas. The thing controller told me to go straight to the mender's yard, but I wanted to give you a big day out. Now look what's happened. Thomas was very unhappy. He wished. Edward raced on. Mustn't be late, mustn't be late. But then Edward had to stop at a junction. He didn't know which way was the fastest track to take to the farm. Edward was in such a rush, he didn't ask the signalman. Stop! Shouted the signalman. That track is closed. Edward rattled round a bend and straight into a barrier. Parcels flew everywhere. I'll never deliver the parcels on time now, he moaned. Edward felt terrible. Soon the parcels were loaded back into Edward's trucks. Edward knew now he had to ask for help. I must find Percy. I will ask him what to do. So Edward steamed off to the repair yard.
Out of my way! Express coming through!
Out of my way! Mail coming through!
But Gordon didn't get out of Percy's way. Suddenly, Percy was worried.
Oh my! Oh no! Oh help! Whoa! Oh!
Whoa!
Gordon swerved and swayed into a siding. He bashed the buffers and toppled off the tracks. Percy felt terrible. Now he didn't feel bold at all. He felt very silly.
When one rock fell, then another and another. Before long, the track was blocked and the foghorn was crushed. And not far away, Thomas was happily puffing right on time. I can't see a thing, said Thomas. And then before he could even think of anything else... But my buffers, cried Thomas. What happened to the foghorn?
Thomas saw Percy ahead, and he saw the photographer. Thomas's firebox fizzed.
The photographer is waiting to take a photograph of Percy. If I hurry, I can be in Percy's photograph.
Thomas pumped his pistons and raced up to Percy, just as the camera flashed.
Bye, Percy! Flash, bang, wallop!
Percy was so surprised, he bashed and crashed into a siding and straight into a heap of coal.
Flatten my funnel.
But Thomas didn't know. He was too busy feeling pleased with himself.
Hi everyone! If you like what you saw, make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss another video featuring me and my really useful friends. See you soon!